up, everybody? I'm Sal Reggie. This is Reggie Steele. And welcome to Spitballin. Spitballin.
I missed
So wait,
the
the power went out, or what? The streaming went out?
just streaming because you're streaming everything now, right? So see the whole game.
I didn't stream the game. I got it on cable, dude.
Well, not everybody got cable where you got it. You got that big money. That big money. So yeah, man, I missed the last. It was like I watched the Rams score the last touchdown, their touchdown, and then the ball turned over to the Bengals, and then just streaming wise, it just, and I was like, oh, I'm trying to get it back. Oh, and then when I finally got it back on, dude, it was like, yeah, Rams won.
What's the streaming service you use?
Comcast, the most popular one up here in the Bay. I use Comcast.
Comcast does streaming?
Yeah, streaming. Yeah, like I do it over. Well, I do the app. I do the DirecTV app.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
And over mobile and whatever else. So, yeah, man. So hey, let's introduce it. Let's get it popping.
What's up, everybody? I'm Sal Reggie. This is Reggie Steele.
And welcome to Spitballin. All right, let's get it. So the Super Bowl is officially over, and Sal's prediction was that the Rams would win 24-21.
I forgot my water. You keep them entertained. I gotta grab my water. I filled it up and I didn't bring it. So
yeah,
go ahead. I'll keep it in.
So last episode, Sal predicted that the Rams would win 24-21. And I said, well, based on how the playoffs have been going, I foresee I said I think the Rams are going to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals came back and kicked the field goal and won it by 3. But apparently that wasn't the case. So I went with
24-21. And what was the score? 23-20.
Yeah,
I was still within 3. I was so close.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, your mic is a little hot right now. Sounds like you.
My mic's hot. Okay, what about that?
One more time.
How about right there? And
That's
lower your volume, man.
My volume is lower. Okay. All right. So if this were a bet, Sal would have won.
Yeah. So what happened? Did anybody give any suggestions?
No, I didn't get any this week. Everybody was pleased. So far,
everybody's like, forget it.
Yeah. So
what do I win? I don't even win anything.
You just win. You get to know that you bet against your home state's team. That's what you get to know. Yeah.
So I watched the game with my cat. What did you do? Did you watch it? You had to work. What did you do?
Yeah, man. Watch it. I'm watching it over on devices, man.
All right. So let's get into it. Let's get into the Super Bowl. All right.
Let's get into it. Okay. So wait, just for the table of contents for this episode, is this a Super Bowl episode?
Yeah, probably. I also wanted to talk about that Harden trade.
Oh yeah. We can get into that for real. Yeah,
because I have something that I read that I would like to share. It'll be comical about that. Hey, we got Pastor Bama. Now, what's one other topic we might be able to do? We'll see, but mostly we'll start with maybe it's a little sports heavy this week, but hey, it's Super Bowl season. We don't get to talk about football for like 6 months now.
Exactly. And can we at least mention the fact that it's February? And up here in the Bay, it's like 80 degrees.
Hell, bro, it's 88 down here. They said this is the hottest Super Bowl they've ever had.
Hey, man, you know what? If we don't change things, that's gonna be the trend. That's what they're gonna be saying every year. This is the hottest year ever for this. Next year, this is the hottest year. This is the hottest ever that has been on record. Dude, it's February and it's friggin' burning up. It should be cold. Like I want for it to be cold. I want to wear.
Look at the Olympics, dude. You got those little veins of white on these big brown mountains. It's February there. Now it snowed at one of them today or yesterday. It was pretty cool to watch them skiing and stuff in it. But crazy.
And they got China got the man-made snow going on right now.
It's all man-made, so it's like faster, it's different. Yeah,
So
man, it's just
wait,
like
the
it
man-made
sucks.
snow is faster.
Yeah, it cuts faster on the skis.
So people are breaking records.
Well, or people are spilling out because they're not used to that turn. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right, cool. We'll get to that later too then. Well, all right, so off the top.
Oh yeah, I could talk
Would
about
you
Olympics too. I did
yeah.
have let me make sure I had that somewhere too. Okay, yeah, I had a couple Olympic stuff. I've been watching that too.
Okay.
It's the coverage isn't as good as the summer because there's just way more in the summer.
Yeah. I have to be honest, I haven't been following it at all. I just saw that China was a little upset about the American-born Chinese athletes that are winning.
Oh yeah,
that
I
have
was
won
reading
gold
about
medals.
that.
Yeah.
Some of the ones they win, they're happy. The ones they lose, they hate.
Yeah, exactly. So if you had been in China, then you would have won that one.
Right.
Like, and then if they win, right? They win, American-born Chinese people win, then they're like, we still kind of won, right? Like, even as China, we may have lost the gold, but they're Chinese. So Chinese Americans, we still won. So they'll probably count their gold medals and their wins and their gold medal count at the end. So all right, man. So out the gate, yo. I gotta give it up for OBJ for the Super Bowl.
Oh, all right.
So
Yeah,
I give it to OBJ out the gate to get the first touchdown.
Well, I
Super
want to
Bowl.
say OBJ, they were hurt after he got hurt.
Absolutely.
They were totally affected by it. And I mean, he was playing great in the beginning. Yeah, and he had the first touchdown. It was great catch, great throw. Matthew Stafford's good, man. He puts that ball right where it needs to be.
Sometimes.
What are you talking about?
Man, look, all I'm saying is this dude was, and look, he just won. He's a Super Bowl champion right now. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. But there were a lot of times, man, he had great receivers. And I say that from the standpoint that a lot of those passes, those dudes were catching those passes behind them. Like having to reach back or reach ahead to try to catch some.
Of them, but he put some of them, like the Cooper Cup on that last drive. That was amazing.
Yeah, no,
that was amazing how he drove. And his two interceptions, one was just kind of like a launch into the end zone.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been there if they got field goal. And then the other one, the guy dropped. The guy bounced off his hands. OBJ's replacement. Yeah.
It bounced off his hand. So it's kind of hard to give him that first one an INT on that one because it bounced off, it hit the guy's hand and it's like a tip and they caught it. But then the second one, I mean, come on, man. It was two things. One, he underthrew it. He actually pointed. He pointed and then he threw it and he underthrew it. And the receiver, yo, man, you got to slow down and see where the ball's going and like come back for it. This dude kept running and almost just like, I was like, dude, did you even care at this point? Because he just kept running. Like, you can see that it's short. Everybody in the stadium was like, yo, that's short, man. You might want to slow down. Oh no, you're just gonna keep running. Okay. And the other dude was like, oh okay, yeah, I'll take it. So but no, I give him props, man. He did his thing. He took his team they won the Super Bowl, man. He that last drive, 15 plays or something like that. But
yeah, drive down there, game win, Super Bowl lead.
Yeah, and let's just go ahead and take care of this too. The penalties. The whole game goes roughly without penalties, except for one or two early. In the red zone, it was something like three or four penalties that resulted.
Yeah. Now the first one was a little ticky tack, but there was a little like pass interference. But I think it's payback because that Bengals one that they got, that was obvious face mask on Jalen Ramsey, and that guy scored such.
Yeah, he pulled him down with the face
and they
mask.
let that slide. And then the other ones, they're holding Cooper Kupp's jersey. So hey, man, it's pass interference. You can't do that. You can't do that,
dude. I cannot believe that you are literally like going against your home state team right now.
Oh, that's the South, bro. That's damn near Kentucky. That's Jerry Springer country. Dude, he was the mayor. He was the mayor of that town, I think.
Dude, that would be like me if I were an Alabama fan, right? And Auburn made it to the college football championships, and I'm going against Auburn just because their rivalries.
Look, I root for
Alabama team.
No, man, it's division rival. It's not just like a fellow Ohio State. Like Detroit's closer to me. Columbus, I'll root Columbus. That's only 2 hours away. But Cincy, that's all the way down there. It's the more conservative area of Ohio. Yeah, I don't care. Little hater or not, dude. I was rooting really for Matthew Stafford. He gave over a decade of his time getting beat up in Detroit.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, man. And Aaron Donald, he might retire now. This was like his big thing. Aaron Donald played awesome. And who said that? Who came down and predicted that, Reg? I said the defense. Look, Joe Burrow is the most sacked quarterback in this season.
Yeah.
And the first time ever that quarterback has made a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And this is now they were kind of slow in the beginning, but then they started coming at him, and Von Miller coming in there, and Aaron Donald got 2. And then, of course, he tangled them up at the end for that game-winning ending drive.
Yeah. And well, let's go ahead and talk about Matt Stafford too, real quickly. Matt Stafford has the most interceptions of any quarterback to play in the Super Bowl.
Right. And that was another stat. True. And that's happened before where the most interceptions quarterback, but it's only like the 3rd time. But you're right.
Yeah.
And he didn't throw any today, did he?
Matt Stafford?
I don't think so. Yeah. Oh, he threw the 2. He threw the 2.
Yeah, like,
but after that, he didn't throw anymore.
Okay. Well, I think it's safe to say that both of these quarterbacks were flawed, right? We were not watching like Peyton Manning or Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers in the Super Bowl in this case. But I think they both did well enough. It was a fun game. It was entertaining. I felt like the Bengals had the momentum, especially coming out the half, getting away with the face mask grab and getting the touchdown. And then, with OBJ being out, and I think this is a testament too to how important of a player OBJ is for his team, because once he went out, he's a credible threat, right? But once he goes out, then they just double team Cooper Kupp, and all of a sudden the Rams, they had no passing game whatsoever. They were trying to run the ball, and it was looking disastrous. It was like,
and they had no run game. They couldn't run for shit. Now I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that the Bengals defensive line was gonna stuff them up like that. Like, they couldn't run at all.
Run for Jack, dude.
And Akers is a smaller guy. No, it was bad. And then once they lost OBJ, he didn't have much to throw to. He had Cooper Kupp, and that was about it.
Well, he started to target the tight end, and then OBJ's backup. I forget their names, but I mean, they came through it at times. But basically what happened was, remember the one time where they went for the 4th and 1. They needed to get this, because if they don't get this first down, it's a turnover on downs.
What team are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Rams. The Rams needed to get a first.
Okay.
And they put Cooper Kupp in the backfield and just gave him the ball.
A jet sweep to Cooper Kupp. And it worked. It worked. But I was like, if they don't get this first down, it's a wrap, son. Oh yeah, it was they were in the danger zone, and so that got him out. And then those throws, he hit Kupp, a couple times, and then he hit him in the end zone.
So what I'm trying to say is that the whole time that they went away from throwing the ball, when they were trying to run the ball, to no avail, eventually they were like, in order for us to win this game, we have to go to this guy. Like, I don't care I don't care how you do it. Get the ball in Cooper Kupp's hands, and let's go and win a football game. And
it's funny. It's funny how that works. Like, it's like, no, just go to the best guy. I don't care. He's doubled. Just get him the ball. Get him the ball. Get him the ball. Yeah, exactly.
And
they didn't get Jamar Chase the ball enough in Cincy, and Ramsey was on him, but Ramsey did get burned, and that was an amazing one-handed catch that Jamar Chase had.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, he wasn't as explosive as some would expect.
Right.
But Mixon did good. Their running game was way better than the Rams' running game.
Their running game was phenomenal. It was like they were getting first downs on first plays, 1st and 10, 11 yards.
Right, they were getting chunks.
They were getting chunks.
So,
so I really thought that the momentum had shifted. Right, I thought that the Bengals had kind of taken the momentum, and I was like, if the Rams stick with this game plan of trying to run the ball to no avail, to without any success, I was like, they are basically digging themselves into a hole. And every time it turned over and the Bengals got the ball, they would do something with it. They gained some yards, and eventually they peter out. So I was happy to see the Rams kind of switch it up, right? Because I was like, if they don't switch it up, it's over. They're going to give this thing away. They switch it up, and they end up getting a W, man. So OBJ, who forces his way out of Cleveland this year, who was written off.
I
as
like
the
how he
guy-
said he was saying some stuff he like got kicked to the curb or let go, and it's like, bro, you wanted that. That was all part of your plan, dude. Don't act like, oh, don't
no.
play the victim. He wanted that.
No,
That's
you
why
have
they
to-
let him go.
The reason why he wanted it was because he felt like they weren't throwing in the ball, and he felt like he didn't have a quarterback that
but
could
he
get him the ball.
He wasn't getting open. I'm telling you, I seen that dude drop many a ball in Cleveland.
Hey man,
It's a difference when you go from number 1 receiver to number 2 receiver.
Hey, all I know is that he caught
That's
the
all
first
I
touchdown,
know.
and all I know
He
is
did. That was
he-
good. I'm happy
Hey,
for him.
hold up, though.
He was
All I
crying
know
on the
is that
sideline.
The
I was
dude,
happy.
the dude asked to get out of Cleveland because he felt like he was with a quarterback that couldn't get it done in a system that was not utilizing all of his
Well,
talent.
that's the thing too. The system is really run heavy in Cleveland.
Dude,
So
okay,
we run heavy a lot.
I know, but I feel like you're yelling into the microphone every time.
Well,
you say
I get excited. I get excited, bro.
My eardrums are bleeding over here. is what
I
I'm saying.
don't hear it. I'm really far from the mic.
Okay,
All
okay,
right.
all right, that's cool. But all I'm saying is that dude, he was like, "Yo, I need to be in a system where people are going to utilize my talents." And
Right,
went
and
to
he
a
liked
team,
his coach.
and
He
his
wanted
team,
to play.
and the team he went to ended up in the Super Bowl, and he ended up getting a touchdown, the first one in the Super Bowl. And then unfortunately getting hurt, but then he ends up winning it. So for him, it looks like it was a good deal on his part. I'll say this too: when he went down on that play, the moment that he went down, because the worst is when a player gets hurt when no one else is around, right? Because
Because he did that's what happened, right?
Yeah, you know that it's like that was an ACL. They didn't say it yet, but that was an ACL. Because if another player is around, someone gets hit, then you can say, "Oh, that was a hard hit. Maybe he got a little bruise, a bone bruise, or something's uncomfortable. He can come back from it." But when a player gets hurt when no one else is around, that's usually something serious. So for him, luckily, they end up winning, and now he'll have the whole.
I mean, he was
this summer to rehab and come back.
He was walking on it too, so hopefully it's not too serious.
I mean, there have been guys that have played with torn ACLs,
right?
Like it's just your knee is a little wobbly though. Right, stability wise, you can play. I wouldn't advise it, but you still got the MCL, the ACL, and the patella tendon intact. The ACL is a tendon in between the two joints, between the two bones, the femur and the tibia, that's connected, that keeps all that stuff in place to some degree. It's like it's another form of stability within the middle of the knee. Okay. Once that's gone, you can still walk on it and do stuff. I just wouldn't advise it. So did you enjoy the game though, at least? Yeah,
it was a good game, man. It was a good game. I'm glad the Rams came up, and it was a close game. It was exciting.
Okay.
I thought the commercials were a little whatever. 5 different electric car commercials this time.
Hold up. How about 5 different electric car commercials, and I say no less than 1,000 Peacock commercials?
Wow, they shoving that down on you.
Holy cow. But hold it though. I will say this. The one that out the gate, that Jurassic Park trailer.
I think it's gonna be cool, man. I've seen the trailer already, but I think it's gonna be cool.
I had never seen that.
Dope.
So when they went back in, they brought your boy back from the first one and old girl back from the first one.
Yeah.
I got goosebumps, yo. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be cool. Like my buddy Max gives me a hard time about liking those movies, and I'm like, dude, when do you ever get to see dinosaurs on the big screen? Like they look so good now. It's like It's cool. I love it.
Who gets upset about Jurassic Park?
No, he's a hater. He hates on so many movies that he thinks.
Max.
Yeah. He thinks if the movies are too dumb or whatever.
What? Does he not like Marvel movies either? Does he not like superhero movies?
He's down. He's down for Marvel.
What's the difference?
What's the difference
Marvel between the two? Because at least dinosaurs existed, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I think because it's been done, but whatever, dude.
Whatever.
Anyway, point is, did you see a trailer for another movie? Jordan Peele's new movie?
Nope.
Nope.
Dude, hold up. The fact that Jordan Peele's movies have been Get Out, Us, and now Nope. My man is not bullshitting with these names. I feel like we could put those together in a sentence. It's like Us, Get Out, Nope. Us Get Out? Nope. So it looked good though. It looked good. I'm trying to figure out,
It's like, yeah, it's rural. It's the rural one. So yeah, he didn't really show us much. So I'm
didn't show
really
us much.
curious too. I
It's
like his
rural.
movies. They have a lot of a meaning behind them.
Oh yeah, it's rural and it's black people. It's
Yeah,
black people.
yeah. It's always, yeah.
Yeah, but it's black people in the sticks with cowboy hats. I mean, it was the one scene where the one black lady was in the road and the thing was coming or whatever, the shadow. I swear I thought she was gonna look up at the sky and be like, nope. Just start running.
Not today, Death Cloud. Not
Yeah,
today.
Not today. Not today. I'm out of here. You ain't gonna get me. Nope, not today. And just start running. Right. I was like, yo, this dude went straight BLACK for real. Even out in the sticks. So, but it looks good, man. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to see it.
What's DLCK?
No, I said BLACK. I said he went real
black.
Yeah, he went real BLACK. You got the black chick out in the sticks talking about gotta get that neck action.
Yeah, I can't do that, dude.
Nope. So interesting name. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I enjoyed Us too. I thought Us was kind of crazy.
Us was creepy, man. That voice, dude.
Yeah, we will
Yeah,
be there for you. Like,
there was a time.
It's like, yo, that joint was crazy. And then the rabbits, like,
she should have won an award for that. She was so good, Lupita.
Yeah. I mean, she should have won an award just based on the fact that she was training her vocal cords like that for a whole movie. You gotta award that just on that alone.
Well, it's cool when you see her do two parts in the same movie too.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, no, that movie was pretty cool and creepy. I like the social commentary. And the first one he did, Get Out, was great. I saw that in the theater.
No one saw Get Out coming. Like no one saw anything about Get Out.
But what was cool was like you heard. And it's like, you gotta see it, you gotta see it, you gotta see it. Then I went to the theater and saw it. And yeah, like the scariest part in Get Out was really like when that deer jumped out at the very beginning.
No. You know the scariest part for me?
In the street.
And when Get Out was when they're in the house and they look outside and they just see that family standing there and you see the silhouette of the family. And then all of a sudden the kids jut out to the side. You're like, oh shit. Like,
no, you're thinking about, you're right.
Not in Get Out, but Us. Yeah.
No. Was it Us or Get Out?
No, that was
Us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, hold up. No, one of the scary parts in Get Out was where he was like, yo, I gotta get out of here. And he goes outside, and all of a sudden you just see the big black dude, the gardener, just running to him.
Right. But
he just turns. You're like, what the fuck? What happened? What's going on? But yo, Us, and the family was standing, they looked out the window and they saw the family standing there, and the kids just kind of jet out to the side.
Yeah, no, that shit was scary, dude.
You're like, what the hell? And then, obviously the movie takes another turn.
Scary kids is man, that's
well, we talked about that in Shining, right? With the little girls standing there, right? And the little kid on the cart wheel, on the big wheel. Yo, man, kids are always scary. Even think about The Exorcist as a kid in bed, possessed, fuck you, right? And then the little boy, I don't want to go outside and play.
yeah, dude. It's like a little thing in his mouth. It's the little guy in my mouth.
He lives in my mouth, right? So kids are always scary. I mean, hell, you can take it a step further. Dolls, Chucky. One of the scariest parts in the movie that just it messed me up. It messed me up in two ways. Poltergeist, when the little boy is going to bed and the clown is sitting in the chair, right? The clown is in the chair, and then he looks up and the clown is gone. That shit fucked me up, right? That shit fucked me up. And then he's looking for the clown. He can't find it. And then he crawls over. He looks underneath the bed. He's hanging down. And then those arms come out and grab him. That messed me up two ways. That messed me up with puppets, and it messed me up with clowns. I was like, I ain't messing with either one. Okay. So I was like, yo, that's enough for me. The puppet clown that comes to life. Yeah, no, that's too much. That's too much.
I remember one that got me was It. But it was like it was the 2-part TV movie from like the 80s or 90s with Rittman, or what's his name? Who was the guy in Three's Company?
Oh, John Ritter.
John Ritter. I was thinking Ritter.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but John Ritter. And you ever see that? That was scary as hell.
I never watched it, dude. I haven't seen the remake or the old one. I never watched it.
Oh man, it was cool because the show, the TV one, it was showed when they were kids, and then the next day, it was them as adults, like what happened 30 years later. So the remake, the first one kind of revisits both of that, but I dug the remake too. I mean, it's creepy as fuck, dude. A clown in the sewer just staring with his little yellow eyes.
Yeah, you just all you see is this. Yeah. Right, and he's like, "Come here!" Right, damn that. Yeah, I saw the preview and I was like, "I'm good, I'm good." So,
all right, so let's. So that's the Super Bowl. MVP was Cooper Kupp.
Wait,
Cooper Kupp won the Super Bowl.
That's the Super Bowl in scary movies.
That's scary movies. That's right. That's right. We well, I was trying to think yeah, I don't know. Arnold Schwarzenegger played Zeus. That was okay. And Salma Hayek was in it. That was an electric car commercial.
Oh yeah. That one was good. That was good. I enjoyed that one. So real quick, Cooper Kupp won the MVP. He deserved it. Yeah,
two touchdowns. He had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he deserved it.
And it was a great final drive.
Okay, so the electric car commercial with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Selma Hayek, I thought that was good. I agree. There was another one.
That robot puppy was a good one.
I liked it. It was fun.
I liked it. That was sweet.
It was sweet. It was sweet. There was another one that I really liked that I wanted to bring up. Was it an electric car situation? Man, I should have wrote it down. But
what's his name? Eugene Levy had an electric car one.
Yeah. I thought that one was pretty good too.
Larry David doing a crypto.
That's the Larry David one. The Larry David one was hilarious, dude.
What's funny? I had the TV muted at the time, and then I looked up and I unmuted it, and I just heard his last sentence.
Dude, you should have. The whole commercial is him at pivotal points in time throughout history where things are invented. Like the first person shows up with a fork. People are eating with their hands, and the guy comes like, "Look at my invention. We can eat with this. It's a fork." And Larry David sitting at the table. He goes, "I got 10 forks right here." Right? Like, get out of here. Like he's basically talking about all these inventions that have been monumental in the advancement of civilization. Like at one point, someone brings in a toilet and they're like, "And look, a toilet we can use indoors." He goes, "What do we need that for? We use it outside like civilized people, right? Like, get out of here."
So was he dressed in different times and stuff? Yes, I totally missed it. When I looked up, he was in a chair just looking like Larry David.
Because that was the one where he finally got up to this day and age, and the person's talking to him about cryptocurrency, and he goes, "Nah, you know what? I'm gonna do something else. I'm pretty good when it comes to making decisions, right?" He's like, "I've been great at this." You go, "Oh, dude, it was hilarious." That was arguably my favorite commercial. Like that one I would watch over and over.
I can't believe. Okay, I gotta go and watch it. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah,
I totally missed it.
Yeah, that one was really good. And then shucks, there was one more. Was there a Disney Plus commercial? Oh, I like the Scarlett Johansson one and her husband Jost, or whatever his name is, about the Amazon. Colin Jost. Yeah, I thought that one was pretty good.
That's all right.
That's all right. Okay.
I liked Lord of the Rings prequel.
Yes.
Dude, they said the season cost more money than the entire 3 movies combined, or I think all the movies combined. I can't even remember.
Really? Well, it's this day and age, I'm sure with all the CGI and whatever else.
But it's gonna be the most expensive TV show in history.
Wow. Well, I'll
be honest. I mean, it looked okay.
What? That joint looked amazing. I was hoping it was a movie, so I'm happy that it's a series.
It's gonna be a series, dude.
Yeah, I'm all in, bro. Like, I'm all in. I love that fantasy Lord of the Rings shit. Like, give me all that. Give me Gandalf.
I'm down. I like it.
Yeah, give me Gandalf and Bilbo Baggins, but this is the prequel, so this is the rings. This is the kings and their rings.
Yeah, that's how the rings got made or something.
Then they had every king got a ring, if you remember, and then they had 9. One ring is 9, and then they had the one ring to control all the rings, and so it corrupted all the kings, right? So we're gonna see these dudes.
Yeah, I remember the prequel. I remember how they opened Lord of the Rings. They tell that whole story.
Oh yeah, I know. It's exciting. I can't wait. I love that. Give me Game
All
of
right, let's
Thrones,
talk
Lord of the Rings.
Olympics, man.
Okay, I
So
haven't
a
seen much,
couple
so
things.
that's gonna be all you.
Well, you can give me your feedback. So there was one woman, Jacob Ellis.
Okay.
Lindsay Jacob Ellis. I don't know if you know her. Now I like the Olympics. I watch it all the time. And she's a snowboarder, and they do the snowboarding race where there's like 4 of them and they
Okay.
come down the hill together.
Right.
And it's a really cool, exciting one because it's a race with these people on at the same time, right? So
Okay.
the final match, there's 4 of you, and the top 3 place get medals.
Okay. I just looked her up, so go ahead.
Okay, so anyway, in 2006 in Torino, Italy, she was in the Winter Games. I think it was her first one, and she was coming down and she was dominating the field. And she had one more hill at the end, and at the end she jumped and did a trick and grabbed her board. And when she came down, she didn't land it right, and she fell. And then the woman behind her just eventually passed her, and she ended up getting a silver. And
that's
she
like a
never
lesson.
she never got a gold since. And then this week, she finally did it, and Lindsay Jacob Ellis got herself a gold medal, and she won in snowboarding.
And so, what's the lesson behind that?
Well, I mean, well, she learned it hard. I mean, she's won 5 medals, but
never the gold until now.
But so, yeah,
you cannot count your chickens before they hatch. You can't start celebrating before the game's over. That's called being young and cocky right there.
Right, because that was 06. That was 16 years ago.
Wow, 16 years ago.
It's a long time.
Long time to just think if I would have just stayed focused, right?
Right.
That's focused. But
you never know.
You never know. So young and dumb out there having fun, being stupid, showboating, lose the gold, walk home with the silver after dominating the field. And then 16 years later, you finally get that gold medal. Man, that's a hard lesson to learn. That's a long
tough one, right?
That's a tough one. So
anybody
out there listening, I'm telling you now, take this as a lesson to be learned. If you're good, right? And you want to brag and boast or whatever, just make sure you do the thing first. And once you do the thing, you don't have to say anything because your peers will do all the celebrating and the bragging and the boasting for you. So you stay focused, you take care of business, and then you let the others talk about you. You can't do it in the middle because all you need that's called eating crow when you showboat and then you miss and then you got to sit there and be like, right? And then you got to sit there like, yeah.
Crow must taste like shit, huh?
It tastes like do. Okay. So yeah, okay, go ahead. What's the next one?
All right. So then the big story too was Michaela Shiffrin, because she won the slalom in Sochi. She won a gold also in Pyeongchang in 2018, and she fell. She got knocked out in both slaloms. There's like a big one and a regular one or something, and she got knocked out in both of them. Right away, within the first one was like within 15 seconds. The next one was in like 6.
Okay. Wow.
And she fell, and it was huge. She still had 3 more opportunities. I don't know if she won. She was in the G. That was another one where you go down really fast.
Yeah.
The G force.
Okay.
But that was a big story. But
was she scared? I mean, was she predicted to win? Like, was she favored to
win? Yeah. She was favored to win the gold. So she falls the second time. It was on the 4th gate. It was like shoot, boom. She just sits there on the hill, on the side of the hill. She gets up and goes to the side and just plops and sits in it. And they said for like 20 minutes. Like her mom came over and put her arm around her, and then like other skiers I think were going down, and
she was
because there's a lot. It was devastated. It was messed up. And then they interviewed her later, and she was just saying how I don't know, like how mentally she was a little shook. She was a little shook.
So let me ask you this. So when she fell, she couldn't have just gotten back up and kept it going. It's like once you fall.
No, it's over. I mean, because you got a place, right? You have to get in the top whatever your time.
Right.
So you fall once. That's it.
She knew it was over then.
Yeah, it was over.
Yeah.
And you can't miss a gate. And she missed a gate. And once you miss a gate, it's over.
It's over. Okay. So So she knew she had trained. So basically, her sitting there was like, I trained for 4 years, right, to try to do this thing, and the opportunity is wasted. Like, it's gone. It's over like that.
Right.
So all right. So yeah, I feel bad for her, man. That sucks.
I mean, she still has a couple more, I think, coming up. So we'll see if she could get some medal. Shaun White, he got to the finals, but he didn't move on.
Okay.
He didn't get a medal.
Okay. I see that Shaun White's farewell.
He had a good run.
Oh, he had a great run.
Yeah.
When was his first one? 06?
His first one was, I believe, in Utah, Salt Lake City.
Okay.
2002.
02. That's what it was. I knew it was a while ago. I mean, so that's 20 years ago, man. He's, he did his thing. He made his mark.
Yeah, he totally did. Yeah. That girl won. So who's the girl who won in snowboarding? Shit, I don't remember her name.
Well, hold on. How are we doing medals wise as far as the states, the US?
See, man, that's all competition stuff, Reg. Who you don't want to just compete.
No, I'm just curious.
I'm not sure because I don't know, Russia, Norway, we're not doing as good. We haven't been up there as these other countries.
I got it right now. I'm looking at it right now. Ready?
Give it to us. I don't know. You got a nice fast feed.
Yeah, I got it right here. So the medal count for this Winter Olympics so far, the leading medal winner is Norway with 21. They
lead the most of all time in Winter Games. So
okay, there you go. I mean, it's cold as hell with it.
Hell yeah, that's all they do up there.
Yeah, their whole life is Winter Games, right?
Yeah.
Right, year round. So Norway is leading all medal winners with 21. They have 9 gold, 5 silver, 7 bronze. Germany is second with 14 medals, and the U.S. is tied with Germany for second with 14 as well. Germany has 8 gold, 5 silver, 1 bronze, and the United States has 7 gold, 6 silver, and 1 bronze. In Germany, they don't accept bronze, right? Like, you win bronze, they'll kill you. So
what are you talking about? Really?
I'm just making up shit. No, I'm making up shit.
You're gonna offend our German listeners.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Germans, they don't. Third place is not suitable or acceptable. Netherlands is 4th with 12. Sweden is 5th with 11. Austria is 6th with 14. But that's the same amount that Germany has and we have for second place. But they only have 4 gold, 6 silver, and 4 bronze. So
what's worth more, the gold or
so in other words, what it comes down to is Germany is actually in second place and we're in third place because Germany has 8 gold and we have 7. So depending on how many medals you won, it's basically it's the leader in gold medals ultimately. So Norway has 9, Germany has 8, we have 7, Netherlands have 6, Sweden has 5, Austria has 4, ROC has 4. I don't know who ROC is. China. That's
Russia, dude.
ROC is Russia? ROC?
Yeah, the Russian Olympic Committee, because they got in trouble for doping, so they're not allowed to be called by their name.
Okay, so Russian Olympic Committee. So they have 4. China has 4. Switzerland has 3, and France has 2. Those are the top 10. I mean, we could go to the rest of the other countries, but anyone who has less than 2, do we really care? Right.
So it goes Norway, Germany, US, and then who?
Netherlands, Sweden, Austria.
No
ROC.
Russia, huh?
Well, Russia.
There's Russia. Okay.
Yeah, Russia's 7. China is 8. Switzerland is 9, and France is 10. So there you go.
Okay. Thank you, Reggie. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So we're not doing too shabby, considering we don't have we don't have the same access to snow like they do over there in the Netherlands and Germany. Right. Well, the Netherlands for sure. But I mean, we got Utah, and where else?
I saw
Colorado.
The Netherlands relay speed skating team won gold today. That was cool to see.
Okay,
that's cool to see. I heard Shaun White was at the Super Bowl, and he was just in Beijing watching figure skating.
Wow,
isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. That's when you got money, right? When you in China watching the figure skating, and they're like, "Oh man, I got to get out of here. I'm gonna go catch the Super Bowl game real quick."
I'm gonna fly over an ocean.
Yeah, fly over across the world to go watch the Super Bowl. It's kind of cool. They showed all the celebrities at the game.
LeBron was there.
LeBron was there. What's funny? What made me laugh was watching J-Lo and Ben Affleck. I was like, didn't we just see J-Lo with Alex Rodriguez doing the same thing? And then a year later, she's with Ben Affleck. Like, she gives zero fucks. She is like, yo, I'm with Puff Daddy, and then I'm with my dancer Justin, and then I'm with Ben Affleck, and then he and I broke up, and then I'm with Mark Anthony. I took him from his wife and had some babies with him, and then I was with not Ben Affleck, but who was she with after Mark Anthony? I think that was Alex Rodriguez, and then after Alex Rodriguez, she's back with Ben Affleck again. I'm like, yo, I get that she's a celebrity, but yo, can you date somebody in private, right? Like I feel like all these dudes that we see, I could care less, right? But it's interesting that they're all celebrities, and these dudes can all like run into each other at different events because they're all in the same like field.
Well, they set it up too, I think, I don't think it's by random, Reg.
Yeah, well,
it's not the universe putting them together.
Let's see, Mark. So you got P Diddy, who's in music, or Puffy, who's music, and then her backup dancer, and then Mark Anthony, who was in music, and then Ben Affleck, who's an actor, and then Alex Rodriguez, baseball player, and then back to an actor. So she's music, sports, and
all famous,
and then
like big famous too.
So yeah, so it was interesting seeing her. And then who else was there? Oh wait, hold up, forget the celebrities. Oh, Jay-Z was there. What did you think of that Super Bowl halftime show?
We forgot about talking about it. That was the shit, dude.
It was
awesome.
So good. Dude,
it went crazy. Dude, they were louder for Snoop Dogg than they were for the whole game. They were loving the halftime show. And then he just had all the great songs. Everyone knew that 2001 Chronic album is such a great album.
Oh, man.
It brings them all together. It was so funny when 50 Cent was upside down for his part.
Dude, I was like, I swear to God, I was like, who is this fat little dude hanging upside down? I was like, yo, is that 50 Cent?
He got a little heavy, but
he wore the same tank top too. I was like, bro, you can't wear that tank top. Can't wear that tank. But what's funny about it is that when they advertised the Super Bowl, they said Dre, Snoop, Eminem, Mary J, and Kendrick. They never said 50.
So it was a little surprise. He didn't do much. It was a little small part. It's smaller.
You can find me in the club.
Yeah.
Look, mommy, I got the exit if you're in the
it was good.
It's the number one D-O-double-G Snoop Dogg. All right.
Yeah.
And then hold up. I know you lost your shit when it was like the music, the moment you
I was kind of hoping he wanted to do that one because he always does that one. But what else do you expect him to do? Dude, that song won an Oscar, man. It's an Oscar-winning song. Yeah, and he didn't even think he would win. He didn't go. So just some like random like person that knew them somehow and had to go Brooks.
Hey man, that joint kick in. You hear that joint? It's like
no, I didn't rock.
Miss your opportunity. Yeah, you never miss your opportunity, because opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You gotta
lose yourself in the mood at the moment. Yeah, like everyone there knows it too. Everyone's bumping around.
Oh, absolutely.
No, it was sick, man. It was good.
Hold up, I gotta give props to Dr. Dre because Dre, he introduced Snoop, he introduced Eminem, he basically introduced 50 Cent. Kendrick Lamar always gives him props. Only one that he didn't really bring to the table was Mary J, but I'm sure he did something with her at some point. But when he got on the piano and he started playing, I was like, yo, and the dude just had a stroke like 9 months ago.
Who, Dr. Dre?
Dr. Dre. He had a stroke. My man had a stroke, and then he's going through a divorce where his ex-wife is trying to get like $300 million a month.
Well, he got $1 billion from
dude. She's trying to get so much money, and this dude is literally like, you ain't made a single beat. You ain't made one beat. Like, look, I'm gonna give you a cool $100 million. You be all right, go do your thing. She like, I want my half. I want my half. Like, yo, I think D.L. Hughley said it. He was like, yo, you ain't writing none of these jokes. But I get it.
I remember Chris Rock had a joke, I think, about that with Kobe. He's like, you ain't never hit a free throw.
Yeah, you ain't hit one free throw. You ain't took one jump shot. But look, I get it. Because whatever the relationship is, if you have kids and you have a house to take care of, or whatever the case may be, Like you're out doing your thing, and then your partner is at home taking care of the kids and taking care of stuff. So by
It's a lot of money though, man. It's a lot of money.
But no, it's a lot of money. But if you didn't have your partner there and you had those responsibilities, you would be paying someone to do that, right? Because your job is so demanding in a way that it takes you from their house all the time. So yeah, I get that that's the trade-off, right? Like, because that's legitimately the trade-off. The trade-off is I'm here taking care of this so that you can go do that. And you being able to do that generates this much money, but you're only able to generate that because I'm here doing this. So I don't think it's even, right? I mean, if the motherfucker able to generate if the motherfucker can generate $1 billion, I'm not saying I don't know if you should get 500 million, right? I'm just saying if I got $1 billion, 100, I don't know who can be upset with 100 million, but she was like, oh, she's like 100 million ain't gonna cut it. She's like, I need 300 million.
I live that $300 million life, not that 100 million.
Yeah. What am I, a peasant? Dude. What am I?
Crazy.
Am I a peasant? Is that what you think of me? That you only give me $100 million? I knew you didn't love me. I knew you didn't love me. 100 million. I spit at that. Please. Yeah. Give me my 300 million. So
all right. So
yeah, man.
It's
so it was
Mrs. DRE. No, it was great. I thought it was good. They did a great job. All right, so let's get into it, man. Let's close this out with some basketball because we're big fans of the NBA. Some big trade deadlines going down. First off, I love to breathe a homer, and let me bring up the Cavs. Looking good. They with what's his name? Carl Levert. They just added him. Karras. Yeah, they just added him, and he did that guy's pretty damn well.
Hey man, that dude
is first 2 games.
That dude is a bucket. Right? You know what I mean by that?
Right.
That dude is you put the ball in his hands, it's almost a guaranteed bucket. So now they got some more scoring on what's already a really good team. So
but they got punched in the mouth the other night by the Philadelphia 76ers, and Joel Embiid went off. So I was like, oh, Mobley and Jared Allen, we got them 7-footers. Didn't matter with Embiid, man.
You see that one dunk down the middle?
Yeah. I think it was off of a pass.
Dude, that dunk was so nasty and so stanky.
A free throw, wasn't it off a free throw?
Well, it was off a free throw, and then he came
rebound.
So offensive rebound dude came down the middle and just leaned on. It was so nasty, it made me make this face. I was like,
yeah, he had his legs between both of them. Like he was in between his legs. No,
it was pretty bad. But that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But because the Cavs are number 2 in that place, and my buddy Conrad, we should hit him up sometime. He could be our betting guy. He's in New York. Okay. He's a gambling man, and he's telling me all the tips. And he's like, I'm taking Cleveland and getting 3.5 tonight. I was like, all right. I'm like, they've been hot, and then they got smoked.
Well, everyone's got their day, right?
And they didn't even have Harden. So okay, so Harden's going there. What do you think about that?
Personally, I think it's a great trade. I think it's a great trade for both teams. Honestly, I think that Philly, they get a point guard who can actually score, who can finish it. So the thing about let's analyze this real quick. Ben Simmons was a point guard who could finish in the lane and who would pass the ball, but he wouldn't shoot the ball, right? So now you get a point guard who likes to pass the ball, who can finish in the lane, but who can also shoot the ball. The thing that they lose though is that Ben Simmons was a big time defender, right? He's 6'10", and he's a great defender. You lose the defense with Harden because he can't guard a wet paper bag. I'm telling you right now, the dude can't guard anybody, but he can score. He likes to pass. He can finish at the basket, and he's not drawing the fouls that he used to, but he can knock down his free throws. So he's a team player. Like, he wants to win. I think he's a good fit for Philly, what they need in that position, because the whole complaint about Ben Simmons is that he wouldn't shoot the ball. Right.
Ben Simmons choked in the playoffs last year. He did not look good, man.
Harden.
He's not offensive. You need the offense. And if you got Embiid there to do defense, then Harden doesn't need to be playing D.
Right. And let's be honest, Harden has not shown up in the big playoff games, meaning the game 7s. He's
had a couple bad runs.
He's there games 1 through 6. My man's putting numbers on you. But those
Right.
last games, those 7 games, those decisive games that you need for him to do what he did in the first
I always
3,
want him to beat those Warriors, and he can never do
you
it.
couldn't do it. But so now on the other side, I think Brooklyn they get another shooter in Seth Curry. So now they got Patty Mills, Seth Curry, Joe Harris is going to come back off his injuries. You got Kyrie and you got Kevin Durant. Those guys, I mean, they can score at will. So
Did they
now
get first round picks too?
I don't know about first. I think they got second rounds. But
Okay.
even still, and they got another guy that can shoot the ball, shoot the lights out too. So now you got a point guard who's a pass first point guard who can finish in the lane and who can defend. And there's no pressure on him to have to score because you got Kevin Durant, you got Kyrie Irving, you got Joe Harris, you got Patty Mills, and you got Seth Curry. There's no reason for Ben Simmons to even look at the basket. Except and if
right
and if
now,
people, and
right
so
now Kevin Durant is injured, and Kyrie Irving better hope it's not a home game. So
yeah, I mean Brooklyn.
You know, I'm gonna tell you this. That's why he left, dude, because of Kyrie, man. If Kyrie would have played those games, and then KD got hurt, and they put all the pressure on Harden. He's like, that's why I left the Rockets, man. That's why I left.
Yeah, no, but that's personally, I think
This is what I read.
Okay.
So a little Cleveland connection, a little NBA gossip. The Nets were in Cleveland January 17th. In their locker room before the game, Kyrie Irving lit ablaze some sage, a Native American ritual Irving has embraced to cleanse negative energy. Irving doesn't do this before every game, but he apparently still feels haunted by parts of his past on the Cavs. Cleveland! So he lit his torch. Harden, according to sources who were in the room when it happened, was seated in front of his locker watching Irving and looked at Kyrie like he had 3 heads. Definitely a weird vibe between them. You could tell Harden was annoyed and Kyrie wasn't feeling James.
Okay, there you go.
He's too hippy dippy for him.
Yeah, he's too hippy dippy. Now look, I know about sage, right? Burning sage to cleanse the space, right? I get it. I'm not a huge fan of the smell, but I ain't mad. But
in the locker room, would you be all right with that?
Well, see, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. I'm like, yo, you gotta. These are grown ass men, right? These are professionals. These are millionaires. These people make a lot of money, and this is not just your space. This is all of our space. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So I get that you're hippy dippy and you got your whole vibe or whatever, but you got to talk to us about that. Like, I'm sure Harden is not tripping if Kyrie is like, hey guys, you know what? You know, I played here for a long time and I still feel kind of weird about this. This helps me to like cleanse the area, right? I know it ain't for everybody, but you know, we are a team. And if anybody has a problem with this, then let me know and I'll figure out something else to do, right? But if you just walk in and you light up your joint and you got the whole room smelling like this shit and dudes is like, man, what the hell is that shit, man? Oh, it's sage, man. It's gonna clean the space of bad energy. Yo, man, you creating bad energy with that bullshit now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's really, man, and I'll say this to anybody who's listening right now, in any situation, ultimately and honestly, it is about communication. You can almost do anything if you communicate well enough to convey your ideas or your thoughts.
I mean, that super team did not last long.
No, it did not. And
to be honest, good results. Good results.
Well, and to be honest, man, because the way it came together with Harden and KD and Kyrie, I was like, oh man, these dudes are about to run the East. But then the pandemic hits, and then Kyrie gets all whatever. Yeah. And KD is he's proven to not be, at least for me, he's not a proven leader in a way.
Yeah, and I think Kyrie is tough to work with. He had trouble with Cleveland, wanted to get out, and had trouble in Boston, and now he's running out Harden. Well, I like Kyrie. He hit the game-winning shot. He's sick, but I wish he would have stayed in Cleveland and give us a couple more shots at the Warriors.
He was too busy not wanting to be,
or at least one more.
He didn't want to be a little brother to.
Yeah, he didn't like LeBron. He didn't like LeBron. And I was like, oh, but he likes KD. And it's like, man, whatever.
Yeah, they're both. Hey, man, they're both betas, bro.
Yeah,
they're both betas. I hate to say that, and honestly, and let me just be honest right here when I say this. I'm saying this to you on this podcast with our however many listeners. Would I say that to their faces? Like, yo, bro, you're a beta, bro. Would I say that? No, I wouldn't say that.
That's like, I love the rip on Warrior fans, and I'm like, I was like, Curry just took off his jersey in a game too, and I was like, nobody wants to see his bird cage chest.
Oh no, Curry. Hey, hold up. In his defense, Curry's done put on some pounds, man. He's looking good.
I was like, he doesn't
But
look like he hit puberty yet.
oh, yo, I saw him live.
But
I saw him in person not too long ago. Yeah, but he's put on some weight. He put on some pounds. He actually got some curvature to his joints now. Like he looking like
I was watching him. They took it to the Lakers. They took the fucking Lakers, man. They can't win. They can't win shit.
Well, hold up though. Let me just say this: the Lakers they're down 2, right? They're down 2. AD goes to the line. He hits the first one. They're down 1.
Right. LeBron missed his free throw.
Well, hold up though. He misses the second free throw, and I'm like, okay, he could have tied the game up, but he misses it. Then they come down. Steph takes the Reeves kid to the basket, gets the layup. Now the Warriors are up 3, right? LeBron comes down, not much time. They get him the ball. He gets fouled on a 3-pointer. I go, no.
Man, how come LeBron never got good at free throws?
Hey, man, I don't get it, but he's shooting 75%, and this is the highest percentage he's shot of free throws in like 7 years or something. I'm like, oh man, I'm like, yo, at least hit the first 2, right? Because there's not a lot of time on the clock.
Missed the very first one.
He missed the first one. I was like, this motherfucker, man. And hold up, and in this game, he became the NBA all-time leading scorer in the regular season and the playoffs, right? And then you think he'll probably catch Kareem for the all-time leading scorer, period, in NBA history. But just imagine if the motherfucker could shoot free throws. Right? If he could shoot free throws, we're having a completely different conversation. But he goes to the line, he misses the first one. So you're still down 3. You missed the first one. Now you hit the second one, you're down 2. Right. So a 3-pointer will help you win the game, but you're under duress. So you got to miss the second, you got to miss the third one and hope that you get the rebound. And they did, but they didn't get it off in time. And I sat there and watched them. They came back from being down 15 points in that game to take the lead. But then Klay Thompson does Klay Thompson shit and he starts getting hot. And I knew once he saw a couple go in, I was like, oh boy, it's about to be a long night. And he just started knocking. I think he had 16 in the fourth quarter, which is crazy, which is nice.
Damn.
Hey man, them dudes can light it up from deep, man. The 3-ball is their thing, right? That ball changes the game. So yeah, I saw LeBron miss some free throws, and I saw the Lakers.
His 3-point game's gotten better though.
Yeah, but look, man, you're 6'8", 255, 60 pounds, bro. I'm like, yo, just take that shit to the back. Like sometimes those passes, those interior passes, I'm like, man, can you please just elevate and just put that shit up high off the glass, right? But whatever, man. He is who he is, and the guy's been good for a long time. But he's
a long time. He's getting old, but he's
37.
He still doesn't look it. 38, I thought.
He's born in 84. So 84, 94, 84,
so
94,
that'd be
04.
38 coming up this year.
Yeah, he'll be 38 this year, December. This year, he'll be 38.
All right, close us out, Big Reg.
All right.
We got to get some guests on here, man. My 2 attempts have both dissed me. So
I feel bad.
That out.
I'm about to say this, and I feel bad even saying this. I'll go ahead and give them a call and see if I can nail this thing down.
Anyway, he's probably busy. Go find someone else.
No, you're right.
Because we don't want to pressure him.
No, absolutely.
What if he really does have something going on?
No, well, I think he does. I think that.
I know he has a lot of road. I looked at his website. He's got a lot of road.
Hey,
we could find someone else.
Yeah, absolutely. And both of those guys are legit. And I know that they know you, right? And they like you as much as they like me. So it's not even an issue. It's just about timing and scheduling. So, we'll get some more we'll get some more guests going. We have Nico lined up for March, so I'm excited to have him on. But between now and then, we'll nail it down. So,
all right, bro.
I do have one more thing. I got to share this with you. So, and I'm gonna say this on air on the podcast. So, my name dropper right now, my boy Mahershala. Some of you know who he is, and if you don't, and others who don't know, don't worry about it. He hits me up and he was like, "Yo, man, I'm trying to find the podcast, man. I can't find the podcast." This dude left me voice messages that I could play for you right now. Funny as hell. I'm gonna read you one.
That should be our intro. We should play that as an intro. I can't find the podcast, man.
Dude, it is hilarious. This dude hit me up right
now.
How
come we can't find it?
Well, because of the apostrophe, right?
Oh,
So here we go, right?
but
He
it's
hits me
still,
up.
even if you put Spitball, you should see and just put our
No.
names. Put Sal and Reggie, and it'll pop up in a second.
Dude, he said, and this shit is funny. He hits me up. He goes, and I quote, "You got to send a link because I've searched every kind of spit and balls and Reggie's, Sal's, Kalani's,
No
Steele's,
way.
Coppers, etc. I can't find it. So settling for audio via your link, right?" And I go,
And there
"Ha,
is a link. There's a link in everything you post on Facebook.
right?" So he was like, "Yo, man, you got to put a link on your IG page. Probably put the link to the YouTube, right?" And then,
But yeah,
and then he and I talked about potentially rebranding and changing the name of our podcast, because he was like, because if you do search just Spitballing, there's so many others. There's other Spitballing podcasts. There's a few. So I was thinking,
but I don't know what did you think?
Remember I said last episode, I was like, yo, we go on tangents. Maybe we should call our podcast The Tangent, right? I looked up tangent. It's like 1,000 tangent podcasts it's taken. So
hey, the link is on the Spitballin' podcast one.
Yeah, but that's
it's in the bio.
But that's just to the Apple. You should send, I think you should put the YouTube up because he wants to watch. But he sent me another message after that too. And he was like, yo, I'll admit I really enjoyed listening to you and Sal, and you guys have great chemistry. And he was like, so
which one did he listen to?
I'm not sure which one. I'm not sure which one. But
Sully. So yeah, all right. Well, cool, man.
Yeah.
All right.
But I think the quote for me that's funny as hell is, I've searched every kind of spit and balls. Reggie, Sal's, Kalani, Steel. He's like steels, coppers. Like he went into other metals, coppers, metals, silver, nickel, iron. Like what else I got to look for? So yeah, man, I think we should maybe potentially look at trying to rebrand and come up with a more original name, or at least a name that when you put it in, it will take you directly to us.
I mean, I've always seen it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know, but we'll talk about it off air.
Pain in the ass.
It is.
All right. Close us out, Reg.
All right. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Spitball, and Sal and I love doing it. And I hope whatever your Super Bowl predictions were came true. And if you bet some money, I hope you won. Please, if you enjoyed the podcast, please, we ask that you subscribe or share it with your friends. And yeah, keep listening. We'll keep doing it. So that's Sal Kalani. I'm Reggie Steele, and this is Spitballing. Peace.